rap no more. Yeah, I guess they don't rap. Yeah, I guess they ain't rapping. I guess they don't rap no more. Yeah, I guess they don't rap no more. Yeah, I guess they ain't rapping. We use that sorry on the stage. Pluto was not in retrograde. Please tell me where you're going today. You're still on your way to Hollywood. Yeah, death and rebirth, such a fucking thing, huh? Hollywood falls in your thoughts, in your dreams, huh? Niggas off coke, Adderall, and a lean, huh? Living off the law, my law is sis, not I mean, huh? Can't keep up a facade, you know that shit don't mean nothing. I be up at 8, you know I gotta keep that green coming. Shit, I know you too, you gotta feed your kids. The kids following you, they tryna make it big. Yeah, but now you somebody puppet the fashion how we live. And you too disconnected to show them how you live. Gotta look at your hands like, man, who blood is this? Coulda, woulda, shoulda, did some other shit. You just some nigga, lost on a mothership. You just a phenotype mixed with some other shit. You don't even know where do your roots go, where do they grow, where I'm from, how I step, how I come, how I take no shit from no one, how I know my day is gon' come. Yeah, we use that sorry on the stage. Pluto was not in retrograde. Please tell me where you're going today. You're still on your way to Hollywood. Look, it's only magic in your pen when you got a friend that's a white man. They on the charts boosting your streams and your likeness. You happy cause you got a little slab of the pie right around town with the fire. Now they got you on indictments. You slave to the public cause you can't even say shit. They locking y'all up like this a fucking slave ship. Them lawyers need cuts for all this shit, man. And you can't get 20%, man. And you can't help them with they mind, man. All them fucking little fines, man. All you can do is lie, man. All you can do is try, man. You said sorry on the stage. Pluto was not in retrograde. Please tell me where you're going today. You're still on your way to Hollywood.
You're rocking with the DJ that keeps the hits coming.
Hottest song out right now in the streets. Hottest song out right now. You're still on your way to Hollywood. Real shit. You're still on your way to Hollywood. You're still on your way to Hollywood. Yeah, Cito do the body good. Yeah, listen to me though, man. You probably should. God damn it, I be spitting the truth in this bitch. God damn it, I be spitting the truth in this bitch. Hold on. And I got hits for that. We practice racism. Time out is Cito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus, aka Chief Light Root. You know, I'm Chief Light Root. You know, we're gonna help things grow and get started, get more basic and simple, and get more substantiated in this new shift. We in a new shift, we in a new time. You know, we've been talking about it, whether you want to call it the age of Aquarius, whether you want to put your own little spin on it, and point to the right things, that just represent, the certain mind states and shit we're going through that kind of, phase up this situation that we all then created and us as a circumstance here together, you know what I'm saying, with our individuality, seeing what the fuck happened. It's a new shift, it's a new time. You know what I'm saying? It's a new time. We gonna do a double motherfucking stream today. And streamers, y'all need to get y'all ass offline. Get your ass offline if you ain't coming. If you ain't coming like how I'm coming, get your ass offline. Because other than that, especially if you some person that's black and skin color like DDG or something like that, all of y'all, do y'all realize they just took the rap game and just remixed it and put it into streaming now? So do y'all realize all of y'all niggas is finna go through a situation like all of the black celebrities been going through the last motherfucking years and shit like that? What the fuck y'all think y'all special? You niggas need to come into the industry like, yo, when we come into the industry, we about to do some shit where we about to fight the power or some shit. Not on no with the Flavor Flav type shit. I'm not in no psyop low-minded way. That's low-minded. That's not smart. You know what I'm saying? Like in the way that they was doing it and stuff like that, because it's just black rhetoric. It's just has nothing to do with no picking out things and being logical and getting to the details of nothing. It has nothing to do with that. So when we get to what actually the substance that need to be added when y'all come into these industries, y'all got to know the starting point. Y'all just get too happy, and now y'all got a lawsuit, and now your girlfriend got a restraining order on you or some shit like that, and so you can't keep the child and things of that nature. And that may be true, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, it may be false, you know. But at some point and stuff like that, you got to realize that, you know, it's in the public now and shit like that. And whether it's been that I've been telling y'all about this shit for the last fucking couple years and shit like that, how they doing y'all. So it's like y'all running towards the industry without a motherfucking backup plan. Like y'all motherfucking what the fuck? Like it's just like running to the slaughterhouse. So it's just like you gotta know what you getting into. You just saw what all the major rappers got into for the last 10. You in the streaming industry, you happy go lucky, think they not gonna psyop you is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, come on. We gotta grow up at some point. We gotta grow up minds and stuff like that. So we need to stop watching every stream and shit like that. Kai Sinet, everybody finna get done like all the rappers did in the last. They just finna get boosted up. You know what I'm saying? Get used and stuff like that, and get this little psyop thrown on them. Whether it's conditioning, live your ass and be a good American citizen and don't talk about nothing outside of what we like, or, you know what I'm saying, get your ass a motherfucking Diddy psyop or something like that. That's the type of shit that they on. You don't get into the industry if you ain't finna get in them and trying to get in them energies and shit like that. I've been telling y'all this shit. Like, I don't understand, like, where y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand where y'all mind be at. I understand where y'all mind. I don't understand where y'all mind be at. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to DDG though. You know what I'm saying? But God, goddamn it, niggas don't understand. What is y'all doing that shit for if y'all ain't ready for that shit? You know what I'm saying? They looking at you, homeboy DDG, like you just got money and you don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So you can be utilized for something and shit like that. Oh, let's see how well we can make him look like, you know what I'm saying, a person that can go against the law. That I'm just telling you, they bored. But if you just bored along with them, you just catch a sight. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Anyway, motherfucking full moon just happened and shit like that. So we need to get into those energies and review. You know what I'm saying? We need to review and get everybody prepared for this new shift. Obviously, you know, happy springtime. So we in a fixed portion of spring, Taurus season. So things gotta be a little bit more, you know, foundated. Things gotta be a little bit more stable. You know, things gotta be a little bit more grounded in things. You know what I'm saying? And we have a couple planets in Taurus right now. We got Uranus. You know, we got the sun. We got Mercury. So we got Uranus, which is your individuality, innovation, change, or rebellion. We got the sun, you know, which is your ability to culminate, you know, your expression, your individuality, you know. And then we got Mercury there, which is like rationalizing and logic and communication in a form of, you know, gaining some type of information. So, you know, these energies in that specific space is causing, you know, that shift, which is a lot of change, or seeing that we need to change in some way, or seeing some type of, you know, specific way, you know, that we can communicate that just with Uranus changing. So it's like a little smoothie there and shit like that. Little juice. Cito got the juice. Cito got the juice. Juice. Yeah. And things. So if you hear my daughter in the background, don't worry. She's getting her hair done. Mama Tana out with the hair. You know, I had a little blow dry work and stuff like that. But, you know, yeah, we got to get to these energies and make sure everybody's sufficient. So, these are the things we need to be supporting due to, the energy of Taurus. We see growth. You know what I'm saying? You look outside, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in America, you're going to see growth and shit like that. Or on the majority scale, even if you're not in these places, let's say you're in Africa, it may be like fall or something over there. But the majority of the world is still experiencing the energy of spring, shit like that. And you just on a part of it that rotate, you know what I'm saying, closer to that portion of, where that distance is away from the sun, and we measure the distance by life. You know what I'm saying? The closer we are to the sun, the more we produce life and shit like that, because that is basically a whole different atmosphere that we, interact with based upon our atmosphere that we own, where we're really cold and distant and shit like that. So that's why when we looking away from the sun, it be getting dark and shit like that. When we facing towards the sun and shit like that, okay, we get that experience where we're clashing with that water. So we a water cycle too and shit like that. And that's why they say if you go to the earth core, they'll try to make it sound like it's some type of fluid or something like that, but they're gonna tell you it's this liquid. And then they're also going to tell you that the star we own is just as hot as the sun and shit like that. So it's just a water cycle that we own that's going super fast, but you appear to be experiencing it slow and shit like that. But it's going crazy fast. You know what I'm saying? So you just a spirit in a space within the space in it type shit. You know what I'm saying? And these is the things that, you can just find and, really get into yourself on your own time and shit like that. If you, into science and shit like that, type shit. You know what I'm saying? See what it means to you. But for the most part, yeah, god damn it. We can get back on this track. So, we're experiencing the after the full moon effect. And the after the full moon effect, Scorpio brought us a extreme reaction to something that's outdated. You know what I'm saying? Because Scorpio represents death and the need to transform and things. So there's a need to transform, and all of us as a equal, you know what I'm saying, are finding a new space to how to view that in this ship. You know what I'm saying? We got so many planets in fire right now. So we got a moon. We got the moon in Sagittarius. We got motherfucking Mars and Leo. And we got Venus and Neptune and Aries. So it's a lot going on as far as, you know what I'm saying, all of us being able to catch this new ship and then being able to utilize it, for what it's purposeful, you know what I'm saying? And it really gonna take your soul tribe and everybody got to do their part in things. And you know what I'm saying? The stronger spirits are going to be the ones that, test the water first and that wake everybody up first and pass that, shit down via however they teach and shit like that. Likely going to be correlated to how their chart is built. You know what I'm saying? They shit, but yeah, so we experienced the reaction to outdated energy and things of that nature. But it's a lot of newness in the way we do it, and that's what Taurus is bringing with a lot of change and a lot of supporting your change and it's supporting your expression of this new uh it is this new way of seeing things. So, new way of seeing things. So we got Mars and Leo too. So we're gonna be consciously aware of where to be more passionate and direct our passion, lead and say fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Burn shit and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is all these new, we can get into it too. I'll show you. I ain't even got a cap. I'll show you. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you. I will show you, baby. All right, boom. So we got here. Y'all see that? We got the sun in Taurus. So this is going to be supporting your expression right here. Because it's going to bring the energy of Earth. So it's going to be an energy of, trying to ground and act a little bit more grounded with our actions. There's nothing to be unrealistic about. That's the thing. We be in a, being not we, but people be in a world of unrealism and shit like that. And then they'll try to throw that off on you and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when you gotta remind the motherfucker you real and things. So motherfuckers get with the program in some way, shape, or form. Right? Okay, that's the sun. We got Mercury and there too, right here. So this is, are you supporting intelligence? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of resources provided to you. Taurus is resources right now. So it's gonna be a lot of resources. It's gonna be a lot of goddamn resources that you can utilize and then go and take advantage of right now. You know what I'm saying? But you got to go ahead and be the one that support that. I'm saying you got to support that, aka utilize your individuality, your expression, your sun to actually see and become consciously aware of what you're looking at. And you got to use your rationality, which is Mercury, and have a little bit more intellect of what you're thinking about. You know what I'm saying, as far as what you should be supporting in this Taurus area, and then you should be supporting things that look like it's something that's going to help you change, aka Uranus here. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy to, understand these things. And when you in solidarity with yourself, you just keep building, and you know what I'm saying, this is what's making you great, while a lot of people just be playing, throwing psyops and stuff like that and try to distract you, and you don't understand why. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, the moon was in Scorpio, and we was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the death of this outdated being that we've just putting death to. You know what I'm saying? And these is your old reactions, you know what I'm saying, and your old passions and your old desires that don't look like it's something towards gaining you productivity. So if it's not gaining you productivity, then it's gonna gain your ass deductivity. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody gonna be in your motherfucking spot and situation where you look up you could have been. And it's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. Okay? So understand that, right? But with Mars and Leo too here, right? We're gonna be able to be consciously aware of our passion and shit like that. So we can look at our passion, the chakra of our passion, the chakra of our desires, and you know what I'm saying, and see, where we're leading that energy to and what we're needing to direct that energy towards, because if we could put a spotlight on our passion and shit like that, how do we want it to be seen? Okay, which passion do you want to show? Do you want to show the passion where you just angry and you can't beat shit? You know what I'm saying? Or do you want to show the passion where you feel like it's all possibilities and things, and God like being in that space? You know what I'm saying? The Great Spirit like being in that space. Okay, non-limitation and things, because niggas be tired of doing the same shit, So we got an outdated society here too. You know what I'm saying? An outdated society where y'all keep trying to run towards the same shit, and y'all gonna keep getting shown as outdated. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Pluto is right here stationed at Aquarius at 3 degrees, taking control over shit. Taking power and control over shit. And stuff like that. Okay? So understand that too. It's just reading the charts. I'm just reading the charts. I'm just being real. Understand that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's not not too much to be said. You know, the thing is, in this new times, just um, I don't know, but I don't know what everybody else in the world doing. But me and my Grand Star Nation Association, shout out to y'all and shit like that. We're building more sufficiency and the way we operate. You know what I'm saying? And showing this new world how it's supposed to be done, and all of us make it up with our mind and things of that nature. And regardless if we in the physical or not, we sharing the same space in the esoteric realm, and you know that how we operate and shit like that, and clean up and you know um take care of the things that we need to, as far as our responsibilities mentally, physically, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? That's going to conduct how well we run that space, in the esoteric, which is um all of us just having better morals, better principles, better ways to deal with ourselves, better relationships. And you we start from the internal, because the external may show you things that, oh, it's not worth showing this thing because it's not real. And you got to realize that shit, we make this up. So you got to make that real for you with things. And it ain't always going to be, what I'm saying, somebody show you shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you may disrespect the Great Spirit, you know what I'm saying, and allow your power to be tossed by the wayside and stuff by you letting the external influence you. And you was supposed to bring, a sense of genuineness down here. You was supposed to bring a sense of love and relatability, that in a way to communicate that feels great to everybody around the world, and more fair, in the eyes of, everyone. You know what I'm saying? And, you don't disrespect yourself on certain levels, with these certain things. You know what I'm saying? Just being lost in the external via what you don't have and things. You know what I'm saying? You don't you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts within. You know what I'm saying? People have to make, money. People have to make. Y'all like money. That comes from producing, productivity, being productive, proactive. But yeah, but back on to let's get into some other stuff right now, right? We can get into some other shit. Cause I be trying to figure out what the world be on, but really don't be on shit. I'm saying a whole bunch of psyop. Saying don't. It's like people gotta choose to be asleep now. You gotta choose to be asleep, bro. And things. I don't know. What is going on? Tell me what's going on. Chat. Tell them what's going on, man. Tell them what's going on. But yeah, for sure, new resources for you to take advantage of. You know, always before we had the new moon in Taurus, full moon in Scorpio, we see the purging of um the idea that you can't take control of your resources unless you're being a demon and you just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Um, but starting to find a sense of growth in a case by case scenario, and whatever you show is what you receive. So right now, the moon not in Scorpio anymore, it's in Sagittarius. So now it may be predicated on um whatever you give, you receive. So now it's like in Sagittarius, it just may have to be like you may be receiving the messages or what you're learning about, your experiences and what you support and things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like try not to run away, try to expand. You feel me? Try to do the best to take those um certain experiences and shit like that and do the best you can with those experiences and not run away from it. I don't know. Look, it's hard to communicate to humans that way. Doing my best. But yeah. So those this is the spiritual energies for the most part and things. Now let's see, let's see. Goddamn, just because I'm scrolling on here and shit like that. I'm just trying to see. Let's see any other things I want to talk to y'all about. Oh shit, y'all saw this? This shit was funny as hell. This is funny as fuck, y'all. Hold on. This funny as hell. Look here. Look at the Geminis. These are all Geminis right now. With Jupiter.
You lost? You lost?
This shit funny.
Girl, you lost? You know where you at? You in the hood, man. How you get down here? Huh? How you get here? You need a ride? You want me to take you back to Forest Park? On the west side? You was...
Hey, that's funny as hell. Look, no, but this is funny because, you know what I'm saying, this is the fucking zodiac sign for the Geminis and shit like that. So that's just letting you know what I'm saying, the universe communicating back with us and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously Jupiter represents long-term travel and shit. And it's in Gemini and shit like that. So, shout out to all my Geminis. Yeah, we about to come up on Gemini season, and Gemini is going into Cancer. Okay, so it's been in motherfucking, I say it right here. It's been in Gemini since May 25th of 2024. So that's something you need to get ready for too. Saying. So all the Geminis and stuff like that, y'all just had to get a little bit more familiar with spirituality and things and stuff like that. So this just not even just the Geminis in general, but that energy in general, because when Mama Nature speak to us, on these certain levels, you know what I'm saying, and things, and especially since we've been bringing the energies down here, it's just time. You feel me? So, y'all gonna be experiencing a lot of more traveling, and even with that, the communication with the man and shit on there, you know what I'm saying? That's like higher communication, almost Sagittarius energy. So it's all about learning and expanding. So all environments, you know what I'm saying, everything that Gemini represent, you know what I'm saying, ideas and communication is going through expansion where we're learning to communicate different ways, you know what I'm saying? Our communication, what did it say, growth here amplifies communication, intellect, adaptability. So, engineering communities and type shit, you feel me? And that's like TikTok and all of these new let's say social engagement and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But you gotta know, you gotta have an eye, you gotta have a spiritual eye to understand what the universe be communicate with y'all. And that was in Chicago too. That's why it was another thing that was significant. Obviously, who else bringing them energies down here? But keep it real, keep it 100. I don't think it's not nobody, not Rashad Jamal, nobody from the city speak it like me. Cut it out. They be boosting. They be boosting. So anything you see and saying it's fake woke, is psyop, everything, everybody on YouTube, fraud. And they running towards the light. You know what I'm saying? Don't go into the don't go into the may God be with you, like the Native Americans and shit from the sinners and shit. But yeah, so you know, communication is amplified. You know what I'm saying? We're finding new ways to make people more familiar via, you know, these even the social media, even how you can run a community on social media. You know, so it's bringing a sense of being able to expand your intellect and shit like that. So that's what you saw the deer doing. You know what I'm saying? Expanding his intellect, and that deer probably gonna become a human next lifetime. But it's a good sign and shit like that. So you know, whatever. You know, or you could just be lost. You could be far away from your tribe and shit. You could be unfamiliar with your situation. You know what I'm saying? Too far gone mentally and things of that nature. So try not to be in over what is it, over informational thoughts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Overload, thought overload, you know? And you'll be good. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be straight. You're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? This is what they don't tell y'all on the news. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be straight. You're gonna be straight. Real shit. Shout out to the deer. And we all know this too. The government avoids supporting a lot of things that are intelligent. It's just sad. It's just sad. Cause like, what is this? Come on, what is this, bro?
Where I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you
Well,
will
go on
not
then,
have
say it. Say
you
the
will
end.
not
So this is y'all saw how they copy me with this because what I said, what I say. First of all, I can show y'all right here. I ain't even finna lie. I ain't even finna cap. Boom. They were so happy about the racist revolution when Trump got in office, but nobody, this is the truth, nobody, especially Gen Z, wants to be racist in America. And this, so they paid somebody to come on there as Gen Z and act like, after they saw my tweet, and act like, now they gotta save face and then troll because that shit looks stupid. Keep that shit in the past, man. So they be biting the bait. So they literally bite the bait, and they think it's smart to bite the bait. It's like, why would y'all bite the bait? Like, I put that up there so y'all can bite the bait. You know what I'm saying? And y'all bit the bait and stuff like that, and it looked like a crash out. Like a
where
crash out.
I want to live in a country where people
And
are
shorty, and I saw another crash out. Didn't I just see somebody faint that was supporting Trump? A little white woman or something like that. She was supporting Trump. She just fainted or something like that. That's crazy. I would say that's crazy, man. Y'all can't be putting that mental stress on them. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like no racist thing and stuff like that. They can't handle that on their mind and stuff like that. I would say I saw some white girl faint on the news. Y'all gotta be careful. I gotta be careful, man. Look, it's all synthetic, man. It's just all synthetic. I'm telling y'all, nothing real. Nothing real. Nothing real with that. What they be talking about. It don't be real. It just be syntheticism. I'm saying syntheticism. Synthetic. Welcome to the synthetic, bro. Save your mind. Don't let them synthetic you out. You know what I'm saying? Even if you other ethnicity, you know what I'm saying? You be the real one. Like, no, that shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feel real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feel on soil. You gotta use the energy of grounding, of patience, of reality and shit like that. No, bitch, that was wrong. We ain't supposed to be doing that shit. We supposed to check our own kind. Y'all better check your own kind and shit like that. Tell them that shit was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid and stuff like that. Well, y'all can, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and occupy them bodies, the big spirits that they were supposed to learn from and stuff like that. Y'all be the next people that change the revolution and shit like that. Gen Z, y'all do that shit. Fuck what they talking about, man. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them, they old. They can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? They old. This old ass bitch. But yeah. So it's a new shift and things. So it's, you know what I'm saying, start taking power and control over your resources and the things that are there for you and they're provided for you and things. So what's going to be provided for you right now, you know what I'm saying, based upon the travel we going through the moon, you know, is your ability to be in a world of knowledge and wisdom. And so, you know, this is all of us connected spiritually, you know, beyond needing anything, you know what I'm saying? And when we connect on that level and things of that nature, you know, that's when we connect spiritually. We're doing it with that internal lifted. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta let anything, and that's what it is. And we gonna be in the real world doing that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Real soon. So shout out to the Grand Star Nation Association. You feel me? But yeah, let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Because it's just some foolery. Sometimes I don't even want to talk about this. This Myron dude, um, he not even black. He a Arab. So I don't even know why he be coming up here even talking from that perspective. Nothing you got to say got nothing to do with nothing. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You get everybody getting discredited for they check the door. Black Boy Max, my man of Venezuela, man. Get him up out of here. Real shit, get him up out of here. I would say he a Venezuelan. Get him up out of here. So it's just like, why? Like, why? This is why these people shouldn't be entertained. Then guess who right there? As soon as he got the allegations, Jewish ass Adam Ross and shit. I'm talking about some you got wait man, what the fuck said your face card was the golden gift, golden ticket to success and shit like that. That sounded like a psyop. That sounded like he knew that and it was planned and shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And stuff like that. Everybody tries. And now y'all not real vampires either and stuff like that. Don't think y'all was spooking anybody out with that movie and stuff like that. No, it's just everybody knew it and shit like that. And people from the hood been coding y'all shit in like 2 seconds. So they got a little bit more common sense. None of it is good. None of it is poppington. You know what I'm saying? None of it. I be on here like twice a month and I just get way more, you know what I'm saying, everything. You know what I'm saying? Way more everything. You know what I'm saying? At least way more context of, you know what I'm saying, feeling like the shit I'm getting cross sound like it's like connectable and shit like that. Y'all don't be doing that. I don't even know. Everything is acting and fake. Made type shit. You know. So we don't allow that shit to attach ourselves. So we let things die when they're supposed to die and things. So that's what that full moon is about. You know what I'm saying? Letting the shit die, letting certain values die too. You might live your life for their ass and shit like that, for their principles, for their good and stuff like that, or some for they then made up or some made you believe. And it's just like it's not really anything to follow. You know what I'm saying? Wasted time and stuff like that. So you gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying, live your motherfucking life. Right? And things. So it's just weird, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, the average individual may be unprivy to, you know what I'm saying, especially coming from my area, especially coming from my background and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from assimilation. You know what I'm saying? So the Suda, us as the Grand Star Nation Association, you know, we keep doing the things we doing, you know, helping people, helping ourselves and stuff like that because we know, you know, we can give it and we also need it. And sharing that and things and all of us can carry our duties in society a little bit more sufficiently and things, so we can be a part of something as well and have something to offer with our gifts and talents. And that'll lead into other areas, the way we raise our children, the way we um, being able to operate and create systems, you know what I'm saying, for us to function, because we know our functionality is a little bit different from white man and the way he is, but could work, you know what I'm saying, just long as they don't throw no psyops and stop hating and stuff like that, and stuff blocking, you know what I'm saying? And they be doing it to me for years, like, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, this stuff, they taking my stuff and copying me for years and stuff. So, you know, they just don't like certain like certain things that don't fit. You know what I'm saying? So if it look a little bit too unattainable, untamable, and then it can't be happy-go-lucky land, you know what I'm saying? It might say something. Like I said, they don't support intelligence. You get what I'm saying? So always know that when you going into it and stuff, anything dealing with them, they don't support intelligence. So you ain't gonna have shit to say. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have. You know what I'm saying? They don't. But you know who could be supporting intelligence? Your ass. You know what I'm saying? And you and your group of people, and you know how y'all get down and share energies and shit like that, and do that peacefully. And that's all that motherfucking matters. You know what I'm saying? And they keep you on track, keep you focused, and you know, keep your healthy. You know, keep your blood running, stuff like that, and taking you to the next level. Thing. So these is energies everyone is aware of in this new time, this new shift, powerful shift. You know, and be grateful to be here. Okay. Be more. Yeah, so we're getting ready for some interesting energies coming up. You know, always to this next new moon in what's gonna be Gemini. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the deer, you know, running in the street and things. You know what I'm saying? So everybody expand. That's a good sign that everybody trying to learn, you know, things outside of their animalistic natures and trying to learn about their higher natures. You get what I'm saying? The higher natures is always the man, your mentality, your thoughts, your first through your seventh house. You know what I'm saying? The ability to externalize masculine. The lower natures is, you know, the eighth through the 12th. You know, the feminine, the receiver, the internal. So, you know, when we got animals, the animals correlate to our desires and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not making too many conscious decisions. Well, they're making conscious decisions, but, you know, it's not in a way where they're interpreting higher ideals or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? From their perspective, yeah, but their organ system is a little bit different. And things where we can kind of tame them a lot more easier than they can tame us. So that makes us consciously aware of, you know, certain mathematics that they may not have, you know, that we may have an advantage over. So it makes them a lower nature. You know what I'm saying? And so animals represent our lower natures. We have, certain impulses, um, certain desires and stuff like that. And a lot of times, we experience a lot of these animals before we come, into the human. Just by having certain characteristics, like they have. And so, um, it kind of gives you the ability that you know how to drive this certain vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So look at it like that. So driving this certain vehicle, this is like I said, the deer just represent the lower nature. So it's great. It's great. So everybody spiritually learn in some type of way. Everybody spiritually learn in some type of way. You can't escape. Yeah. You can't escape. Shit. Bro, I told you. Okay? So stop bullshitting. Stop bullshitting and things. Please don't join no white man cult. And, do things for you and what's good in your family. And I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just check out. Check out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everything checks out. You're good. What can you ask for? You're the alchemist. You use fire, water, air, and earth to your will. You know what I'm saying? And that's not everybody's culture. So everybody, if you don't like it, mind your fucking business. Go read the paper or something. Go pray to Jesus. How about that? I'm saying Jesus probably can do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Let me do it by myself. Let me be in my energy, but that type of shit. Because I'm El Capitan doing the goddamn magic. Here, don't play with me. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play with me. There's enough shifts to go around. So don't get bored. Plenty more coming. Right? We have to see the inevitable fall and collapse. And now Gen Z, y'all the last hope. Well, not even the last hope. Y'all like the last go round of people that gotta go through the fall and stuff like that. But y'all gonna learn, y'all come around real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got too many examples to look at and stuff. And then we already online spiritual talking about the shit and stuff like that. So it's easy to find us and stuff like that. Y'all just gotta start looking. Y'all ain't looking. But let y'all crash out. You know, let the little dudes crash out. You know what I'm saying? And then, that's basically it after that and stuff like that. The other little dude's gonna be too little. But once we got y'all and stuff like that, it's go time. You feel me? So maybe I don't want to say too much, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been, but yeah. I mean, have you checked my track record? Like, have you checked my videos before? Like, have I not been on point before? I don't think I missed a beat. I don't think I missed a beat yet, I don't think my name is Miss Debbie. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I felt whether or not, they want to make my page look popping or nothing, the proof is there. It's in the game. It's in the videos. It is truly. Yeah, obviously stop bullshitting. Obviously. Nobody wants to like as soon as I said nobody want to do the racism, here they come with this Gen Z shit. Here they come with this white girl on a white Gen Z girl on there talking about some. I want to say what I want to say and stuff like that. Man, nobody cares, bro. Like nobody cares. People, like y'all gotta understand. People, I already when I was born and stuff like that, people were already in my world mentally. Like it was already there. Y'all distracting them from being there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all distracting people from being in the great world possibility we already share. That's why they got imaginations and things of that nature about these things that y'all demonize. Because that's a real world. It's not something we making up. But you'll figure out slowly but surely. It's gonna take time, but you're gonna figure it out. All right. So grow. That is the agenda for Taurus season. Grow. I mean, I like to think people like to get out of the things that they keep themselves bounded to, you know. So if you're a spirit that's doing that, shout out to you. But you that like that little situation, if you're not doing the proper shadow work behind that can get really, really bad for you. Okay? Understand. You still on somebody else situation trying to convince yourself of something that don't matter in no version of reality. It only matters in your mind. But when it comes to actual one-on-one and just making sense out of natural things using your mind, the evidence is support itself. So be smart. Your spirit depends on it. Now, okay? And this is real spirit culture. There would be no time to waste. There would be no time to waste. Okay? There would be no time to waste. Yeah. For crying out loud, would y'all stop running towards that situation? At least with the frame of mind. Don't go towards that situation with that frame of mind. Like everything is happy, go lucky. Like you're not about to get hit with everything the top celebrities got hit with. Always remember that. Hey, I'm finna go in and I know I'm finna get psyoped. That's how you gotta go in. If you ain't going in the industry like that, you're going in wrong. You gotta go, yeah, I'm finna go in and I know they finna, you know what I'm saying? I know it. I know they finna, you know what I'm saying? Hit me with the Bill Cosby. I know they finna hit me with it. That's it. If y'all don't start going in there like that and things of that nature, y'all gonna lose every time. So understand this. You're drinking the wine is stupid. And my message resonate beyond reality. That's why what you see when I do that, when I talk about that thing, where you see it at. In reality, where I gotta be at. You know what I'm saying? Am I Mountain Olympus? Am I home? Am I cloud? They don't go no further than that. But you now drinking the wine of Zeus. Okay? So understand that these things will only make you smarter in the context of you and what it means to you and your culture. If it ain't your culture, then what are you doing? I don't watch movies. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch movies I don't like. So I only watch movies I like. So I like the movies that I like to watch, and I watch the movie. And there's been movies that I watched before that I was like, oh, okay, I saw what a bullshit was that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to start, well, okay, I could make a better movie than that. You know what I'm saying? And then my movie started get, you know what I'm saying, attention. But, you know, for the most part, you know, we got to make sure that we stay on the core, you know, with what we trying to do. You feel me? What we trying to say? What we trying to think? Other than that, it's just gonna be lost in the sauce, and don't let nobody get lost. You lost in the sauce, they sauce lost in either. You feel me? Because when we look at it, like real things are happening, right? Like real things. I'm saying people getting jobs, people getting supported. I'm saying people getting grounded. You know what I'm saying? People getting uplifted. You know what I'm saying? People getting that's the things we want to see. Other than that, whatever we ain't talking about that. That if that's not the conversation that's being talked about, and we're just like admiring like something like that don't care, like that doesn't matter. You feel me? So we just gotta admire the good things. We really do just gotta admire the good things about the good things, and let the good things be the good things and stuff like that. Support the good things. What did you say? What did you say? Oh, okay. Back to supporting the good things. Back to supporting the good things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now the moon is Sagittarius. The moon and owl and stuff like that. So this is the ability to see in the dark, to feel comfortable with your you know what I'm saying, your knowledge and wisdom and things of that nature, your spiritual faith. And things. So, you know, I have found ways to ground that through this transit as we're gonna lead up to the moon going into Capricorn. But we ain't gonna get too far. We're gonna let y'all enjoy this moment right now. You know, let y'all enjoy this in this moment, because this is where the new shift starts. You know what I'm saying? On my channel. It don't start nowhere else. It ain't been starting nowhere. You look, you can't find it. It starts here. You ain't gonna find it nowhere. Understand me. So everything else is trash. Everything else is distraction. Everything else is pastime. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, observing the things, stuff like that, and you getting all that little thing, you want to be you, individual. I'm saying, what do you want to bring out? Peace, add on to the world. You know what I'm saying? And things, and you'll be sufficient for this new shit. All right. And that sounds good. I think that's cool. Like, I just go into spiritual energies and stuff like that. I be trying to be, you know what I'm saying? But I can just talk about that shit forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to see what's going on type shit. So if y'all not going into the industry with that mentality and stuff like that, hey, I'm finna get psyop and stuff like that. I don't want anybody that's going into the industry, like any of y'all upcoming streamers or whatever, like, yo, we going into the Illuminati shit, like y'all trolling it and stuff like that. But I don't really think y'all understand. Y'all trolling it. Some of y'all, I see some of y'all do it. Some of y'all know. But anybody that's not going into that industry with that mindset, like, hey, I'm finna get motherfucking agents after me or something like that, or whatever. Not even agents, because I know they'll take that, make a movie out of it, all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? But just for real, on the real tip, you know what I'm saying? If you a legit person in society, you know, as a young male, you should already know you finna get hit with the Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You trying to come up with the streamer, you finna get hit with the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? They Holy Ghost. So it's either pick one, you know. So if you coming in and you not looking at it like that, we're gonna look at you like you're accepting it almost, and you're naive and you're not worth paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? But on some level, you gotta have that type of sentiment to be appreciated in this time. You know what I'm saying? Now, that don't mean they finna create no good puppet to kind of play that out, because on a percentage level, we're gonna be able to see through the flaws and stuff like that, whatever, and stuff like that. And they're not gonna be able to do it good, because there's too much common sense we can put into that space that the average individual can know when somebody a police. So all the real natives just entertaining the police shit. Enjoying it. And the Grand Star Nation Association and stuff like that as well. But yeah, this is real shit. This is real shit. This is real shit. Forever. All right? So get on your motherfucking shit. Stop bullshit. Stop bullshit. All right? And make me think of another thing too, like when a lot of y'all rappers be getting in trouble for like saying certain things that offend a certain group that you didn't know that lived in Switzerland or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a certain star, if you're on a certain level, that apologize and shit like that. If they don't know the motherfucking shit that they did to the Native Americans that motherfuckers can call out. That's what I'm playing, man. Get this victim shit out of here, man. Get that victim shit out of here, man. It's just people just dumping their shit on people, man. It's just disgusting. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? To the fact that somehow this me my name may be weird to you or whatever, or what I'm talking about may be weird to you, but how you think weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a synthetic shit. You know what I'm saying? Made up by a white man. So Gotta leave it there or something like that. Okay. But yeah, this is the transformation after the full moon in Scorpio, which reveals that you're finally out the dark. Okay, finally out the dark about your own resources. You're finally out the dark about your values. Finally out the dark. Or you might be in the dark, right? But if you're in the dark, actually you're gonna create a situation down the line where you're gonna sting your ass. It's gonna remind you that you're in the dark and stuff because you're supposed to be finally out and stuff like that. So when you have access to Taurus energy, it's access to resources, it's access to the material, the green, the growth. You know what I'm saying? The ability to stabilize. You ain't actually putting that stability to use and shit, then motherfucker, you showing you some resistance to it. And that may be it. And that may be it. And I think you guys had enough for tonight. All right. I'm Kelsey, though, the spirit coach. Get you in shape before for the age of Aquarius. Get your ass in here. Yeah, W stream.